Somebody's got to pay for the absolute disaster of Snow White. It looks like Hollywood has picked its leading lady. That's right. I am the man you may know as Z from Our Reviews Will Kill You, and I am here to talk to you a little bit about Snow White's wild and crazy ride. That's right, Snow White. And I guess not the Seven Doors. What is this thing actually called? Snow White? I think it's just called Disney Snow White. Is going to be a monumental disaster. I think it made 83 million. But what I find really interesting isn't so much money or so much how much money it made, but the behind the scenes wild disaster. And while there might be 250 comedy assassins out there in the world, I think there are less Hollywood assassins out there to ruin people's careers. There's a big hit piece on Variety, which I'd like to go over. I think you're going to find it interesting. Let's take a look here. Inside Disney Snow White fiasco, death threats, beefed up security, and a social media guru for Rachel Zegler. Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to pin it all on Rachel Zegler. Thanks, Tatiana Siegel. So, on August 12th, 2024, 3 days after Rachel Zegler had the stage at Disney's D23 to introduce the first official trailer, she thanked supporters effusively in an X post for driving the teaser to 120 million views in 24 hours. 1 minute later, she added an afterthought in the same thread. And always remember, free Palestine. Now, I don't know what those words mean, but I assume it's something controversial. That addendum amassed 8.8 million views, 4 times the number of the initial post. So we already know that there's a little bit of a problem. This to me sounds like a straight warning to anyone working in Hollywood. Many inside the studio were expressing shock that the Snow White star would commingle the promotion of its $270 million tentpole with any kind of political statement. And a Disney executive raised the studio's concern with Zegler's team. And then one of the producers flew directly to her. That is bananas. And they're basically saying that her relationship with the studio is no bueno. During 2022, essentially the story is West Side Story had been nominated for Best Film, which is ridiculous because, well, I didn't say it, but I'm assuming it's garbage because it was called West Side Story, and I think they had some of it in Spanish and they refused to subtitle it. So not a lot of people saw that. And Rachel Zegler starred in it, and she wanted to go to the Oscars, but they're like, you need to film Snow White. You're not allowed to leave. You got to keep filming. And she was not happy. She's not happy. They're also saying that there were death threats towards Gal Gadot, who's Israeli. I don't know where that is either. But Disney had to pay for additional security of the mother of 4. She didn't understand the repercussions of her actions as far as what that meant for the film, for Gal, or for anyone. This is straight up Disney dumping all over Rachel Zegler, basically putting the entire blame on it for her. Her career in mainstream movies may be over. 3 months later, after the presidential election, she posted an FD Trumpers. May Trump supporters never know peace on Instagram. That's not very... I don't think you want to piss off everybody. So anyway, it opened up to 87 million. And now Burbank Brass are evaluating what went wrong. It's made $34 million less than the biggest flop I can think of, which is Joker, Folie à Deux. What is wrong with these people in Hollywood? Can they not control anyone anymore? Oh, it also is a much bigger budget than Joker by about $70 million. You can't say that a live-action remake of the most iconic film in the vault, the Disney vault, that cost $270 million, has been reshot multiple times, opening to $50 million is okay. The math does not work. I actually made less than that. This should have been a billion-dollar movie. And I think Lilo and Stitch is kind of shaping up to maybe get that $1 billion. Get that $1 billion ring, Stitch. So, here we go. The Disney Zegler standoffs underscore the challenge Hollywood studios face as they attempt to rein in stars who court controversy. That's hilarious. And now they're playing cover for Gal Gadot. They're saying she kept her comments on geopolitics limited, offering support for civilian hostages, etc., etc. This is just bananas. All this stuff. It's just, they're like burying her. They got a shovel out and they're like, hey, Variety, do some digging for us. They're saying how, and we could go back in time, and I guess I don't have those clips where she goes, the prince literally stalks the heroine. And they're saying the first time she starts saying goofy things, you cut it off immediately. And I guess this is just this is them telling, like, this is a lesson. This is a lesson. I would say, while they're burying Rachel Zegler, Disney, you're still to blame. You decided to unleash. You listened to Peter Dinklage and unleashed CGI monstrosity dwarves instead of just hiring regular dwarves and having the entire dwarf community annoyed at you. They were also saying that there's bad blood between Zegler and Gal Gadot. She didn't thank her in a bunch of things during the premiere. They didn't want to stand next to each other. So clearly, this is all insider information that was given to just show how much of a giant pain in the butt Rachel Zegler is. They're digging her grave. They're trying to finish her off. Take her out. Assassinate the Zegler. Which is a shame. I mean, I don't really care one way or the other. I had no rooting interest in this. Other than CGI dwarf sounds like a bad idea. And a lot of the critics were ripping Gal Gadot's acting and saying how great Rachel Zegler is in this. I don't know. I don't care. Doesn't interest me. Looked annoying. Looked troublesome. And hopefully they stop. Disney hasn't made anything original in like 15 years. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is a hit job on Zegler? Do you think she deserves a second chance? Or I remember what they did to the people from Aladdin. None of them are stars right now. I mean, the one girl did smile too, but come on. That's a big fall off. You do a $1 billion movie, you expect to be A-list. And I don't know who Rachel Zegler knows, but she knows somebody on the inside. And now they're cutting ties with her. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm definitely curious. Love to hear what you guys think. Did you even see Snow White? Do you want to see Snow White? Are you going to watch it? You're going to watch it for free, aren't you? And then you're going to go, that sucked. So anyway, thanks so much for listening. Do appreciate. Like, subscribe, catch our podcast. It is on everything iTunes. It's also live streamed here on YouTube, Rumble, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday nights. Come and join the fun. It's a blast. Love all y'all, but I am on to the next one.
Thanks for catching the video. Be sure to join our channel to get the education you deserve. Make sure you check out our shorts, live streams, and catch us on all the socials. Don't forget to like and subscribe.